Yeah, so can you talk us through, I guess, like workups? So, like, did you have to start off at 5,000 feet, then 1,000 feet, 500, etc., or did you go straight into it?
You kind of go straight into it, but the way it works is you start off with just watching the demo pilot do his thing, right?
Hmm.
So luckily, the F-16 has a two-seater. We had eight two-seaters, right?
Hmm.
So you jump in the back seat. He demonstrates the high profile. He demonstrates the low profile, and then after that, you go to the simulator, and then you go through the high profile, the low profile, and the demo pilot tells you you suck. You have no idea what the sequence is. You remember have practice more. Then you practice a lot in the simulator, and then you do it again. You show him in the simulator the high profile, the low profile, and then he says, "Okay, it's not good, but it's good enough to go flying." Um, then you go flying with him in the back seat, and you do the high profile, you do the low profile, and you do that two or three times, and then he will evaluate it and say, "Okay, I think you're ready to do it solo." And then he will go to the tower, and you will do it solo. So that's a lot of simulators and a lot of flights before you actually do it in a single seat yourself.
Hmm.
And a requirement in Denmark is that you have to have 1,200 hours on the type and be a flight lead before you go into the demo profile. So it's always experienced guys. So that was kind of the reason for there's no step down process, but maybe there should have been. Anyways, so that's the profile, and after that, he clears you solo, and after a couple of displays, he's like, "Okay, you're good enough. You're good to go," and he ticks you off, writes the boss that TEO's good enough to go do displays.
And can you remember your first public air show?
Of course, I can. I was, scared shitless right now. No, you are very nervous, right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
it's the first time. So luckily for me, as I mentioned, the first real public one, like a big one, not just back home at home base, was in Yeovilton, UK.
Yes. I
Um,
was there.
okay, well, back in the day, right? And it was a great experience. Good place, friendly people, and um, the other lots of other F-16s back then, right? So the other guys were very nice. The other display guys to welcome the new guy and help out with stuff, right? But I remember that was a whole lot of fun, and display was not very good, but
Oh, did you
that
really?
that's always a pilot opinion, right? Because you're like, oh, that should have been better, but
I
yeah.
remember saying to my girlfriend because I remember we went. I think it was a Saturday. I can't remember if it was Sunday or Saturday, but we both went. And I remember I was like, "Oh, the Danish F-16's on," and I was like, "That was my favorite display of." I know Typhoon were there, Rafale or the Navy Rafales, and yours was my favorite one.
Thank you. I'm so glad
Not,
to hear.
yeah,
I'm
not
so
blowing
glad to
smoke. It
hear.
generally was, yeah,
Actually, remember the Navy Rafale?
yeah,
That was
yeah,
the white panther or tiger one, right?
yeah, yeah.
That color scheme was like, wow,
Yeah, that was
that was
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, I remember seeing it sitting on the pan, but yours was my favorite display. So yes, cheers for
Thank you. Thank you.
that.
So glad to hear. I really liked flying at Yeovilton. It's a nice setup. It's the airfield and display area and stuff like that. It's very yeah, it's very good.